If you're getting nervous about the rise of artificial intelligence, you're not alone. The explosion of AI has prompted predictions the technology could replace millions of jobs and transform entire industries. Take graphic design, for example. Photoshop has recently added a feature called generative fill that allows users to quickly create, replace and extend images in seconds, which would have previously taken graphic designers hours to do.
In this image, I have a selection on the bottom half, and I use the prompt "lake with calm reflective waves." And look at how well the water contours around the pyramid and how realistic the reflections look. Just hit the generate button. And now Photoshop will figure out what the transparent area should look like, and the results are just mind-blowing. Look at these variations. Isn't this just incredible? Photoshop matched the lighting, color, perspective, and shadows. This would have taken hours to complete in the past.
I'm just gonna type in sand right here. Click on generate. Look at the kind of carving it has created for him to lay in.
In order for it to extend this photo in a way that's believable, now it's not just keeping patterns going, but it has to produce original art. God damn it, it sure did just finish that painting. And it's symmetrical, and it makes sense, and the colors work, and it just looks like the rest of that picture. So I kept it going on the other side. It was able to finish up this table and make the other half of this painting of a lady. And it even just tossed in some original art of its own in a similar style.
And this is a video posted on TikTok showing the reaction from some graphic designers when previewing the new features for the first time. Among the jobs expected to be most affected by generative AI include telemarketers, teachers, interpreters, policy analysts, even judges and counsellors. Research by Statista has found although artificial intelligence could lead to the creation of 69 million new jobs worldwide, it could also result in the loss of 83 million existing jobs. Alex Jenkins is the director of the WA Data Science Innovation Hub. He says workers should become proficient at using the technology as it becomes more widespread.
I think in the first instance, people should probably not be worried about losing their job to an AI, but be worried about losing their job to someone who can use AI tools. So I think in the short term, we won't just see people flat out losing their jobs, but we will see this technology coming into the workplace, and it will change the way many roles work. So I would encourage people to make sure that they stay up to date with what's happening in the field and try to use the tools as much as they can, because I think that those, you're much more likely to be replaced by someone who can use the tools.
Okay. So is this fear that we're seeing, which is very real, the paranoia that comes with every big disruption and change to work arrangements?
Look, I think that this change with AI is as big as the change that we saw in the workplace when computers and the internet were introduced. If you think of a graphic designer, that's a great example. So back in the 1980s, that was a job that was largely done by hand. But with the introduction of Adobe's tools and digital tools, the nature of the work changed, but the job didn't go away. We still needed creative people. And you'll see that these tools, whilst they're very simple to use in some cases, they can get very complex. And I've just myself been looking into this, and you see how productive some of the graphic designers can become with the technology. So I do think it will stand to make people more productive. Absolutely, there will be jobs that go away, but overall, I think it's a positive picture for us.
Okay, so which are the jobs then, Alex, which could be enhanced by AI, freeing people up from perhaps the more mundane elements of a job?
Well, I think it's almost easier to ask the opposite question. What are the jobs that are safe? And if you have a job that involves interacting a lot with people or is very hands-on with the physical world, then AI isn't really coming for that space in the short or the medium term. However, if you work in front of a computer and you have a very sort of knowledge-based job, particularly in a niche domain, like a highly skilled domain, I think there's going to be dramatic changes. So personally, I think that medicine and healthcare stand to be disrupted in a very positive way into the future. We can make health researchers more productive. We can make doctors more productive. We can free them up from admin work. And also education is an incredible use case for AI. So one of the biggest things that I hope happens with AI is that we take the opportunity to use AI tutors to really focus on individual students' needs and push people forward at their own pace and allow them to really reach their potential from an educational perspective. Now, that won't see the end of teachers at all. It will allow teachers to focus on the things that they are great at. I had some amazing teachers growing up, and they certainly guided my career, and I think that that won't change.